channels. This is so complicated, guys. You have no idea. Yep, it looks like we are live over there. Let's go see if I can find my other browser. Yeah, we got good speed on the excellent speed on the internet. So maybe we're gonna be lucky today. I hope so. I got some cool stuff for you today, and I don't know if you saw my little introductory. Oh, perfect. There we are. We are live. Excellent. So, hey guys, if you can see me, please like, please, share with your friends. It's an awesome day here in in Hawaii, and so if you got like me, I really, you know, I've been just like focused for decades now on improving my health. And one of the things that happens is that, you get better at it and better at it. And so I've been kind of like thinking out of the box and tongue in cheek, just out of, I was standing down there with my partner, Lindy, and I was going like, excuse me, I wasn't been out running this morning. It was a little cold, to say the least. So it's 9:02 now, time. So, biting into this and the extraordinary way that it really wakes you up. So, if you're like, if you've got, let's say, if you wake up, in the morning tired, even after a good night's sleep, um, this is a wonderful way to energize the body. Excuse me, I'm trying to lay out the pages so I can screen down in a moment. Um, and to keep things moving. And the lemon juice, when I first did this like 3 days ago, it was so invigorating. I can't, I mean, I can only sort of gesticulate, how invigorating it felt. It sent ripples down through my whole body when I did this. And I'm going to talk about those ripples in a little bit. But it's, getting that energy really moving. So, hey guys, welcome to my Wellness Saturdays. And my name is Benedick Howard. And I'm a wellness coach. I've been doing this since the late 80s, I guess, when I took over the work and started working with sacred geometry and sound and different stuff like that and creating training programs. But getting back to this energy thing, which is really what it's all about, especially when, we're getting older. It's like, the anti-aging stuff, right? So yes, I ran just over 3 miles this morning. I did a good pace. It was cold this morning, so it was a nice cold run and really quick. But this energy thing that we're all lacking, and I'm going to show you later in this, so hang on, I'm going to show you later about how this electricity affects plants and makes them grow faster. Yeah, interesting, huh? And same with us too. So when I bite into this, it's like, anyway, let's just do it on camera and see what happens here. Um, that's a little, oh my goodness. I could hardly speak, right? Oh, and what it does is the vitamin C, the acetic acid, is exploding into the roof of my mouth. I can feel it into my cheeks. I can feel it going down my esophagus. And in the moment, well, the first time I did it, it just kept on moving down through the body. Such a hot, big shot of vitamin C. And kept on moving down the body. So, welcome today. This is me doing yoga. And, this is another way that I keep fit is to really stress my body there. And those are my, I can't, how do I do this? Oh, it's over that side. Those are my feet there, right? And above is my hands and my foot there. That's actually my right foot that you see the toes of there. And some people thought I had my legs wrapped around my back in this pose, but to keep super fit, I'm 66, keep sort of flexible and pliable and cardiovascular. Living here in Hawaii has made it a lot easier, in one sense, because the climate is so prevalently good, and we've been able to grow. Now we're growing our own avocados even. First crop this year, I guess about 100 avocados or something. So it's like this huge abundance, as you know, when you're farming, it's either a lot of stuff or not. And so, if you, so as I was saying, if you still feel tired even after a good night's sleep, I've got some real powerful tips, and it's about getting off the supplements and getting outside and doing, as this other guy said, is Scott. He said about getting the supplements instead of the supplements, and that's what we got this morning. Got this beautiful sun coming down. So, if you've got cravings that are sabotaging you from making healthy decisions, let's talk about that, because that's going to really change you hugely. And it's, as Tony Robbins says, it's time to break that old cycle, right? It's time to get off that old thing and really embrace yourself. So that little lemon trip, if you're feeling like you need a coffee to wake up in the morning, hey, go slice a piece of lemon off and chew on that and see if you don't get a lot more energy from that than your coffee. And it's quite remarkable how. So it's like making little pattern changes like that to your lifestyle can really, over time, accrue and build into a huge change for you. So that's what I've been focusing on, like with the yoga I do. That's Ashtanga yoga. I haven't been doing so much lately. I've been doing more of the running. Um, just what it is. And but I am keeping flexible. It's not like I'm letting my body seize up. I'm just not focused on the yoga so much as on the running right now. I want to bring those two together. So later on with that. So it's like really achieving, and if I move myself out of the way here, well, okay, I'll move that over there. It's about achieving that peak performance, which is that that's inner self, right? That inner comfort, that inner knowing, that inner self-assurance, that inner confidence, all of that stuff that really, which really allows us to change, the way that we look at ourselves and the outside world. And talking about looking at ourselves, and we've got an article on microcurrent facial coming up in the December release, so keep it posted for that. And so it's not just about the daily greens and the alkalinity or natural energy boosts, or in this case, green smoothies, which actually over the last 6 months, I think we've been doing them. It's make a huge change overall to my body. I mean, it's like quite freaking remarkable, because maybe I got shingles in, when was that? Back in February, I got shingles. And oh my God, wow. I'm talking about seeing God for 3 months. It took me 3 months to get over it, sort of. And then I went down to 128 pounds, and now I'm back up again. But it's like, wow, it knocked me out. These green smoothies made, in this case, with wheatgrass, salad lettuce, kale, sweet potato leaves, mint, parsley, any of those greens in there. We have like 100 grams, what's that, 3 ounces of nearly 3 or 4 ounces of avocado, banana, and some water. And that yields about 2 cups of smoothie. So if you have any of those leaves growing in the garden, that's the source that you want to put into your smoothies. Way better to grow a few leaves, to have some kale growing, to have some, grow your own wheatgrass. Have some lettuce going, or sweet potatoes. Here, they just like grow everywhere. And we've got the sweet potato leaves, and we choose the greener ones rather than the yellowish ones, because they're more nutrient packed, and makes a really, really good thing. And so, just because, I don't, it's about getting off the pills and supplements and exercise and dogmas, and really getting into a gentle space with moving about. And it's all about you moving into that successful place, so that you can win whatever the game is that you are playing. We were playing golf here. I did really well that day. It was like, oh my goodness, you never know with golf how it's going to go. Wow, what a powerful game. And my buddies here, Patrick on the right there, and John on the left there, and hundreds of other clients have come to me and worked with me one-on-one to allow me to get my support, coach them to a higher level. So improving your lifestyle and your vitality and strength and wellness. So, Yeah, I'm feeling like I need a toffee break here. Just kidding. I'm gonna have a lemon break. Mmm. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, yummy. So, we've got patches of blue sky coming in there. So much for my blue screen. Um, hey guys, you know, the Beatles wrote a song called Nowhere Man, and actually we went to see Thor last night and got bombarded by that movie, and more on that in a little bit. But you know, back in the day when the Beatles wrote Nowhere Man, I don't really understand how they could have understood the depth of the meanings of this song. And as you know, I play a little ukulele, please. And you know, and it's talking about, you know, not being really connected. He doesn't have a point of view. He doesn't really know where he's going to. He's probably a little bit like you and me, you know. Um, and he's not really listening when you talk to him. You know, he's not really connecting with life and living. And, you know, and yet he needs to remember and be reminded that basically the world is at your command. And you know, just in any manifestation, this process, making that world or our worlds come together at our command. And so we're removed of all of the Thor hammer bullshit that's been going on, and we become more centered and connected. You know, so this song's in honor of that. And so let me just sing that for you. And put it in there. This is my motto for the year. Make 2017 the year to get really healthy, and now we've got 2018 coming up, and so it's time for all of us to reset those goals and really connect out of that nowhere space, you know, that all prevailing space around us, and connect into what we really want to envision, how we really want to envision our lives and our health and our aging. And oh, for me, just getting fitter and fitter all the time is pretty cool. He's a real nowhere man, sitting in his nowhere land, making all his nowhere plans for nobody. Doesn't have a point of view, knows not where he's going to. Isn't he a bit like you and me? Nowhere man, please listen. You don't know what you're missing. Nowhere man, the world is at your command. La 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 la. He's as blind as he can be, just sees what he wants to see. Nowhere man can you see at all. Nowhere man, don't worry. Take your time, don't hurry. Leave it all till somebody else lends you a hand. La 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 la. Doesn't have a point of view, knows not where he's going to. Isn't he a bit like you and me? Nowhere man, please listen. You don't know what you're missing. Nowhere man, the world is at your command. La 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 la. He's a real nowhere man, sitting in his nowhere land, making all his nowhere plans for nobody. You know, that such a choice. And, you know, 2017, when I made that choice for me to get really healthy, little did I realize that I was going to go in February and dump into a massive, massive situation with shingles that started to spread across here. And, oh, I got some horrible photographs of it. But it really taught me the essence of, or reminded me of how powerful we are in creating what it is that we want to create. So I wanted to move on here, and let me just see if this is the slide or if I'm in the other scene. And talk about, yeah, let's move on to the other ones. Here we go. I'm going to switch scene here. You know, living on the Big Island of Hawaii has really taught me things that, I mean, you're right down the middle Pacific. It's like thousands of miles to everywhere. We've got this volcano that's going off right up here, 20 miles away. It's going off down in the ocean over there, 20 miles away. And it's this energy that's in this planet that is so misunderstood. It's the energy that's in our bodies that's so misunderstood. And that's what I really focus on in my health and my wellness. And when you look at the nature of this energy, and we're talking electrical energy here, when you look at the nature of it, the way that it flows and moves around, and I'm going to show you stuff on plants and other stuff in a moment, so stick for a moment. The way that this energy moves around us is unbelievable. At any one time, as I keep on saying, there's 100,000 different chemical reactions, biochemical, electrical reactions going on in the body at any moment, right? And they're all driven by this mysterious stuff called electricity. And it's electricity that pervades through everywhere and even into the Justice League, right? So, in all of these animations, CGI that's being done now, we've got all of these, and you can see it just manifesting out of these currents. Now, these are special effects. Yes, understood. However, they are in our systems. I wanted to show you, let me just scroll down to the next slide here. I want to show you this because even in plants. Now, Lindy, could you bring me up those little voltaic cells down there? These plants on the left had a tiny little solar panel on them. And yeah, that'll work. And the little round ones. There's a whole slew of them. And just by, in this case, he put the electrodes into the soil there. And he used a panel similar to, where am I? Used a panel similar to one of these, which, whoops, what happened? Didn't like that. Oh, it got mixed up on the colors. Yeah. And then take this off. And if I put this on a voltmeter in the sun, it measures about 4 or 5 volts. So what I'm going to do is we're going to lay these, take the cover off, and I'm going to solder 2 wires on these and just put them into the soil around the plant, and we'll do a control. I've got 5 of these guys to wire up, and I'm going to do a control, and we're going to take some photographs and do an ongoing study. Now, this is really interesting. A lot of work was done in Korea with this, and they grew trees, they brought them into fruit much quicker, and they put electrodes on the trees and fed them electricity. As you can see in these little seedlings, I don't know what plant was there, but as you can see in those little seedlings, they're what? 3 times bigger? 5 times bigger, right? Difficult to tell, but somewhere in that sort of range. And I think that 15 days, that slide. No, I didn't do this experiment, but I really want to do it next because I think this is really important for us. And it really helps us understand why electricity has such a profound effect on our bodies too. I've had the opportunity of working with some really neat people in my coaching and helping them achieve phenomenal results too. We've got an ongoing coaching program going right through right now. There's like 5 of us in there, and it's just amazing what we're learning and what we can do. Now, when Chris came in and started working with me for 3 months and went through my training, and he was using it on, he's a gold medalist coach, by the way. He is a coach that's teams actually in China right now, basketball team in China, and he keeps those teams on that court. At the time when he was getting the gold medalist back, it was China's top swimmer that had been retired for about 9 months due to shoulder injury, and he got him back, and he won the gold medals, and thanks to Chris's work. Now, Chris is saying that he can reliably get 2 times faster, he can get his guys back on the court twice as fast. So can you imagine what that does for a team like that, right? And you may say, well, I'm not that fit, and yes, there are different ways of looking at this. Yes, you're not going to be that fit, so it's not going to be so dramatic, but in the long run, it will be as you get fitter. So this whole thing with electricity is really interesting because what it does is it allows us to do stuff that we simply cannot do with supplements. We cannot do with chiropractic work, anything, because of low energy, right? And electricity, just like I was doing with the lemon, is the electrical reaction of ascorbic acid, of the citric acid, the vitamin C, on my cells that's invigorating them and turning them on electrically. That's what's pumping through me, and that's why I gave the slide of, the Justice League. That's that energy that ripples through us, right? And these devices with their electrodes do that really, really well. And of course, it's not the only thing that you need to do either. As you get better, it's about strategies towards healing and getting better all the time. Now, I just wanted to update you before I finish out here that because of, I don't know what's going on between Russia and America right now, but I am stopping the sale of all didnt units into the United States. Just heads up on that. The reason for it is that they're not getting through. We're losing shipments, and it's never happened before in over